Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and it's Taco Tuesday. We've got some NBA picks for you, and we have 4 games today, April 29th, and we are going to do a giveaway for our Discord again, so stay tuned to the end of the video, and we're going to select a winner from the last video, and we'll keep it rolling. So like the video, drop us a comment, and in our next video, we're going to choose another comment, someone who liked the video and dropped us a comment, and we'll select another person to get a month free in our premium Discord. If you haven't signed up for Underdog yet, they're still running their extender promo, which is awesome. I think we're up to like 80% boost token now, if I'm not mistaken. If you use code BACKDOOR over there, Underdog, they're going to give you up to $1,000 in bonus cash, plus a free pick to help you cash your first slip. All that information is down below. And on top of that, we're giving away a month in our premium Discord if you sign up for any of the platforms that we're officially partnered with. All that is down below. So if you see a code like Backdoor, BACKDOORFS, anything like that, that qualifies for a month in our premium Discord as well. So shoot us an email at bdfantasysports@gmail.com and we'll get you in right away. And shout out Uber Cult. You won one of the other giveaways. I haven't heard from you yet. So if you missed that, shoot us an email. We'll get you your free month because you won one of the giveaways. All right, let's talk about today's plays. I'm going to be going with Derrick White over 20 points and assists and Franz Wagner over 38 fantasy score. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, so for me, I'm going to be going with Karl Anthony Towns for over 24.5 points and Giannis Antetokounmpo for over 32.5 points.
Love it. I love both of those plays. I already locked in these 4 plays with the Cade Cunningham taco. I love that 21.5. My account is limited to $5 on any of the specials, unfortunately. So I made a slip with Cade, these 4, and then I threw this Tyrese Halliburton rebounds and assists. I like that as well. So threw it into a 6-man, put it in the Discord. So let's start breaking down the plays. So Derrick White, the 20 points and assists. I've been utilizing this play for a bit now, and you can see he's gotten it done in every game of this series so far. 4 straight. His most recent outing, he went for 18 points and 7 assists. We'll have to see if Jaylen Brown ends up playing tonight. Let's see, when was this last year? So this isn't super up to date, but he ended up playing. It says he's iffy for game 5, but I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up playing through this. Other than that, we do have Drew Holiday won't be playing in game 5. So I like that for Derrick White. His minutes should be consistent regardless, but yeah, without Drew, definitely secured minutes. He's been averaging 37.4 minutes a game over these last 5 games, and he's cleared this in 5 straight now. So shooting 55% from the field on 13.8 attempts, 40% from beyond the arc, just kind of going classic Derrick White in the playoffs, averaging 3.4 made threes a game over this 5-game stretch, and then 6.2 potential assists. So not a ton, but we can see it's been sort of trending up. And then with the absence of Holiday, he had 8 potential assists, cashed that into 7. So great hit rate on the assists that he's actually going for. We already covered the head-to-head. Let's see if we have a note. We do have a note here. Ooh, this is beautiful. Derrick White. Oh, this always confused me. So this is not, we'll take a look at it, but this is for the Goblin. Because if this was at 14.5, we'd be smashing it. But he's exceeded the 14.5 in 19 straight games, but he's averaging over these 19 games, he's averaging 24.2 points assists. So that still goes in line with what we're looking at here. Even though it's not this crazy of a hit rate. He doesn't have a 100% hit rate over the 19 games, but over this stretch, averaging 24.2 does put us in the green as far as his overall average. I know it's a little bit boosted by this game back here where we had 43, but still somewhat of an encouraging note regardless. The matchup's always tough against Orlando. First in points allowed, first in assists allowed. They've been the best defense in the league for the last 2 years, in my opinion, this year and last year. And they're just resilient. They lose guys and they just play with such chemistry on defense. But if we take a look here at the shooting guard position, it does soften up a little bit. 10th in points allowed and then 1st in assists allowed still. But we know that he's done this in every game of this series. We have no Jrue Holiday again tonight. So I like Derrick White's chances here of clearing this low line, really, of 20 flat for points and assists. So yeah, the daily grind, the optimizer is not liking the points assists. They have it slightly favored to the under, 51.43% odds to hit the under, minus 127. And the only reason for that is that there are platforms out there, quite a few with it at 19.5. So it's not liking that 0.5 bump. So it's favoring the under because this is just crunching numbers across odds on different platforms and on odds makers. And it's coming up with a consensus of whether or not you're getting a value. It's a killer tool. But yeah, in this case, you have to kind of know, like, okay, the only reason it's not liking it is that 0.5 bump, which doesn't really bother me personally. It does like the full PRA though. It's looking at 24.5 as a value, 50.72% odds to hit the over, minus 121. And got a little bit of mixed emotions here on what platforms are liking it over or under. But Pinnacle has it favored to the over, so that's always a good sign. Minus 122. And then it looks like everyone's got this just flat at 24.5. Some as high as minus 132, some 50-50, minus 115. They like his rebounds over 4.5 if you were looking for a pivot. Other than that, I think all of these scoring props are slightly favored under just because of that bump. But the points assist, you can see FanDuel is already bumping this up to 20.5. So you're still not paying the full premium that some of these platforms are offering, but I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these 19.5s start moving to the 20 line since we've got multiple going to 20.5 already. So go with your gut. Let's move on to Franz. So I was looking at his turnovers over the last 5 to see if I wanted to take this fantasy score, and I absolutely do, because he's only had one game against Boston where he had bad turnovers. But let's see what he did fantasy score wise, even with those turnovers in that game. Yeah, he still cleared his fantasy score over 38, just barely, 38.1, but that's with 5 turnovers. He's cleared this in 5 straight games, and he's done it every game of this series. He's been really hot in the first half, and I took his first half fantasy score in the last game, shared it to the community on my channel, but he ended up not getting it done in the first half. He was very close, but in this case, since we have this down at 38, I like this a lot for just the full fantasy score. And yeah, I mean, he's been really close in a lot of these. He had one game where he really popped off, went for 57.4. But let's just take a look at those blocks and steals and see what it's been looking like. So yeah, that last game, he ended up getting no blocks and steals, but he's been pretty active on defense, up until that point. So I like him to bounce back and maybe get a little bit more active on defense tonight. Let's go back to the fantasy score real quick. So the head-to-head has looked pretty solid. So technically 5 straight head-to-heads he's got this done, and every game of this series he's got this done. And if we look at his last 10, he's cleared it in 10 straight. It's looking pretty solid for the fantasy score. So 70% hit rate over his last 20, but the back half of that, those last 10, he's cleared it every time. And these games just keep getting more intense. And so I expect his minutes to absolutely be secured, averaging 37.7 minutes a game over these last 5 and 21.6 attempts, shooting 44%. So very active on offense as well. Not shooting great from beyond the arc. Kind of surprising his attempts are way up at 7.6 when he's only shooting 18%. So it's been rough from beyond the arc. So hopefully he manages to clean that up a little bit, whether it's like not wasting your time as much on from beyond the arc, or if he gets in rhythm, then, green light it. But so far in this series, it's been terrible from beyond the arc. His best outing was 23% on 13 attempts. So I don't expect him to necessarily improve that, but the dude's just continuing to shoot. So we'll see how that goes. I think he can get it done regardless, though, with a little bit of defense and just a decent outing, without trying to exploit from beyond the arc. The minutes are there. He's averaging just 3 fouls, so not necessarily getting into foul trouble to where that might affect his minutes. Excuse me. And then from the free throw line, it's not too bad. He has this one spike game, that game where he went off for 57 fantasy score, where he had 12 attempts from the free throw line and shot 58%. But other than that, I mean, he's averaging 4.6, so not getting to the line that often, but shooting 70%. He could improve that a little bit as well. Let's pull up the PRA just so we can look at the matchup. So yeah, overall, once again, Boston also tough on defense. Second in points allowed, 12th in rebounds allowed, third in assists allowed. If we pop over to the small forward position, it's still pretty tough. Fourth in points allowed, 12th in rebounds allowed, second in assists allowed. But we know, again, with the fantasy score, he's got this done in every game of this series. And what did we say? 10 straight games, and then 70% hit rate on 20 games. So I'm feeling good about the fantasy score. I think it's just going to continue to become more and more important with each game. So let's take a look at daily grind. Might not have the fantasy score for this one, but I'll show you guys some pivots. They've got it. They've got it as the top play to go over, actually. 53.02% odds to hit the over. They love it. They love his points alone at 23.5, 52.33% odds to hit the over minus 129. They like this points combo, Jason Tatum and Franz Wagner, 51. I think it sounds good too. That's, what about 26 points each? Should get that done. So one of them goes for 30 tonight, and you're definitely going to cash that. Might have to throw that into a slip somewhere, but 51.98% odds to hit the over. They like his PRA over. Man, I had to double check to see if I had it set to overs because they love all of his overs. Points, rebounds, over. They're liking Franz tonight. The only thing they're not feeling is his points, assists alone. But you have a lot of pivots here. If you guys want to go with something else, I'm just going to take the fantasy score. I'm stoked that the optimizer's on the same page because they're usually a little bit iffy with the fantasy scores. It doesn't necessarily like it typically, but in this case, they're loving it as the best play. If you guys want to check out Outlier, go ahead and sign up through the link below. You don't need to put a code in, just sign up through that link and they're going to hook you up with a week just to check it out. If you decide to go for it, I recommend making the investment and going for their pro package because they give you so many tools beyond what we're just showing you that will help. I mean, just the ability to put plays on your radar, it's awesome. That compared with Daily Grind, they work great together. I'm grateful that we have access to both of these tools, but yeah, definitely give it a shot swinging for the big leagues with Outlier because they have so many ways to help you get an edge on these plays. And then they've got obviously all these different statistical categories, different time frames. You can take players in and out of the equation, and then all these different positional matchups, injury reports, insights. They just give you everything you need to know. It's a lot of fun. So check it out, try it for free. Let us know what you think, and I'll pass it over to Jordy.
All right. Yeah, so to get into mine here, I've got Karl-Anthony Towns for over 24 points, or 24.5 points. He's hit this in the last two games. He struggled in the first game against Detroit. Obviously, he only had 10 points. If we take a look here at the fouls and everything, he had 4 fouls. That's the problem with Karl-Anthony Towns is you never know when he's going to get in foul trouble. He can get in foul trouble on any given night, and it kind of sucks. But lately, he's been staying somewhat out of foul trouble. 4 fouls is okay. He had 5 in the last game, but he still went for 27. I think tonight's going to be a tough game. I think the Knicks are going to finish it out, but I think Detroit's, going to make it a very competitive game. So I'm expecting Karl-Anthony Towns to have a big game to hopefully, finish this series off. You can see over the last 2 games here, he's been playing pretty solid. If we take a look at his field goal attempts, 23 field goal attempts in that last game. He had 10 makes. The game before that, 18 field goal attempts. He had 10 made as well in that game. That first game, he only had 5 field goal attempts, and he had 11 field goal attempts, and he only made 5. So he's clearly been touching the ball more. I think he'll continue to do that tonight, and I think 24.5 is pretty low for him to get this done. As you can see in the head-to-head here, he's gone over this in 5 out of 8 head-to-heads against Detroit. It actually looks like they've played 3 games at this point, right, or 4 games? This is the 5th game, right? Yeah. So so the very first game he had 23. Second game is when he had the bad game. He went for only 10 in that game, but he had 23 in the first. So 3 games where he could have gotten it done in 3 games, just missed it in the one barely. But I'm feeling good about Karl-Anthony Towns tonight. Shooting 3.9 free throw attempts per game. As you can see, he went 7 for 7 in that game where he dropped 31, and he went 2 for 2 in the game, the last game where he had 27. So if he gets to the line, he's a great free throw shooter, shooting 90%. So I think he'll definitely be able to cash some free throws if he can get there more often. Then I think this play will be for sure a hit. But feeling good about this. Daily Grind does not like just his points to go over. It's actually favored under at a minus 128. So if you don't like that, you don't have to take it. The points rebounds are favored under. They like the full PRA to go over. So if you want to take the full PRA, go for it. I just realized whenever he's going over the PRA that he is hitting the points as well. So I like the points tonight. That's what I'm going to be taking. And then Giannis Antetokounmpo, I love this play too. He's hit this a lot recently, and he always plays really well against Indiana. You know, they're a tall, lanky team, but there's not really anyone in the league who can guard Giannis, and they really can't either. They've been doing a pretty good job, but he's still been creeping into this 30-point line a lot. You can see over the last 5 games here, he's gone for 32, 36, 34, 37, and then the last game was the best they've done on him so far. He only had 28. But, yeah, in the head-to-heads against Indiana, he's gone over this 8 out of 13 matchups against them. So, like I said, he's had some big performances against them. Getting to the free throw line, obviously a whole bunch. 12.8 free throw attempts on 9.6 makes. So, he's shooting 75% against them. He's shooting 75% over the last 5. So, he's been doing a pretty good job of getting the free throw makes in there. You can see how much that helps his scoring game when he is able to get to the line. Pretty good matchup for him too, 20th in points allowed. I just think it's a good matchup. If they're going to make this series competitive, they obviously have to get a win tonight. They're down 3-1, so if they lose tonight, they go home. And I think Giannis is going to do everything in his power to stop that, so I'm expecting a big performance from him tonight. His points are favored to go over at a -129, 52.27% chance to go over. So I think Giannis is going to have a big game. I think he has to if they want to stay in this. So, yeah, I'm fully expecting him to go for 30, 34, 35 plus. So that's my narrative. I'm building around it. If you guys want to check out this optimizer from Daily Grind, we definitely recommend doing it. It pairs like peanut butter and jelly with Outlier. They're just awesome. They go hand in hand. You get all your statistical analysis over here on Outlier, and you get just the raw odds and the odds to hit percentage from DG. It's just amazing how these two go together. So we highly recommend taking advantage of both. If you use code BACKDOOR on Daily Grind, you're going to get 25% off your first purchase, and you can use that on the highest package they have or the lowest one, no Diddy, but you know, it does help a lot on cutting that price down. So go to dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR for that 25% off your first purchase. It is highly recommended by us, and I'm sure everyone that's tried it out recommends it as well. So definitely check it out. And they actually have their new platform that they're working on, Epic, too. That's on there now, too, which is pretty cool to see. So they have like crazy odds on there, so I need to definitely check that out. But yeah, go check out dgfantasy.com and use code BACKDOOR.
All right. Yeah, man, that last game with the Pistons and the Knicks, so frustrating, that no call on Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah. Whether it was offensive or defensive, I think a whistle should have been blown. He clearly had contact on that last 3. This should be 2-2, but now we're at 3-1. It was so consequential. But anyways, if you guys want to come join our Discord, we've had a pretty solid last couple, probably about a week or so. We've got our heavy hitter in here, Jay. The dude is just cashing lately, playing every type of sport. Yeah, man, he's been on such a burner. And then shout out K Swiss, one of our newest members who won his free month. It's been awesome having him in here. And then our boy Cell Beats. But yeah, if you guys want to come join us, you can like the video, drop us a comment. We're about to pick a winner for the last video, or sign up through any of our official platforms. And then if you want to just jump right in, you just go to Patreon and you sign up there. It manages our subscriptions. Go into the settings. There's a connected apps option in the menu bar, and then you can log into the Discord once you've created a subscription on Patreon. And yeah, if you have any trouble getting in after the fact, it should just take you there. But if it doesn't, below in the description, below the Patreon link, there's a Discord link. If you ever need to get back, navigated back to our Discord, you just go through that Discord link. And if you have a subscription, it should let you right in. All right. Before we jump into the winner, I forgot to mention at the top of the show, but come subscribe to my solo channel. I put out plays, just extra plays in my free time. Have a channel over here. So just at jrussobdfs, you can come subscribe to me over there. And yeah, let's get into today's winner. So we've got the video link for the last video. We'll fetch that. We're not going to include replies. Let's see how many people actually. Okay, a little bit more than that 4 last time. So we got 9 comments here. Let's see who the winner is. Chris Bears 54. All right, man. This has actually been pretty solid. So they put let's get that Flex Friday slip, gentlemen. Yeah, that was our last video was on Flex Friday. We missed yesterday, but Yeah, it's been pretty solid. We've been not even getting that many comments, but still, like, it's been picking a new winner every time, which has been kind of nice. So at Chris Bears 54, welcome to the Discord. Shoot us an email at bdfantasysports@gmail.com, and we'll get you in as soon as possible. Shouldn't take long. Once we hear from you, we'll get you that link for your free month right away. So thank you for supporting the show. We really appreciate you guys. And yeah, don't forget to like the video today, drop us a comment, and we're going to pick a winner next time too. We're going to have some fun this summer, finish up NBA, get into some WNBA, some baseball to get us through summer, and then it'll be time for football before we know it. So we appreciate the support, guys. Have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.